a big reason that I was so upset by, this video was that it was, if you, given that context, it's not that it's not funny, it's that it's lies. All I know is from my perspective, I'm going, okay, I have this cool server idea. I want to involve all my friends. I make it. And then I'm talking to Tommy about it. Quackity launches a similar idea. And I go, oh shit, I don't want him to feel like I'm trying to rip him off or something. So I reach out to Quackity. I say, hey, whatever. And then obviously months go by behind the scenes where there's no replies. And I thought, oh, it might be, if he's not replying to me privately, maybe he'll reply to me publicly.
Now WTF kinder logic is that? He won't talk to me privately, but surely he'll talk to me publicly.
Okay, you know about Dream DM Tom's mum. Okay. Honestly, I can't speak for how anyone else feels, but I believe that, that is a massive overstep of personal boundaries, and personally, that I would be mad.
But essentially, Tommy's mom is an active Twitter user. For those who don't know, she has a Twitter account that she posts on, and everyone knows it's Tommy's mom. I apologized to Tommy. I said, yeah, you know what? I didn't look at it like that. I see how you could look at it as me going over your head. And she was expressing opinions about the video, about Tommy's video, saying, oh, she thinks it's okay, and that, that it's just comedy and whatever, right? So she's expressing her opinion, and I wanted to let her know my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll show you those DMs. It's a very normal, reasonable DM.
I posted a meme on Twitter that used the R word, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, genuinely.
I last, literally a year ago, less than a year ago, all of Twitter was up in arms, retweeting, celebrating, lighting off fireworks when Nicholas Cantu was the slur-slinging slasher. The slur-slinging slasher. During that process, many people, including Tommy's friends, many of Tommy's close friends, these people supporting, retweeting tweets that, say, call me, slurs in them, so on and so forth. Now, that's not me saying, oh, everyone else did it, therefore it's okay, right? People also are taking my words as that. That's not what I'm saying. But I genuinely, after I was getting shit on for using this word, was confused because the same people that are literally in my replies getting mad at me for using the word had in the past said, hey, Dream, you can't critique Nicholas Cantu for doing this because he's neurotypical, because he's neurodivergent. This is a word that's not in my vocabulary. This is a word that I don't use. This is a word that I think that generally, and I've said this before, I think that content creators and people in general should avoid using words that their audience could find offensive. Ludwig said that I jokingly called a friend of his a whore.
He called one of my friends a whore.
The only time that I ever have used that word, like whore, slut, any derogatory, word towards women, is jokingly in private to very good friends of mine. That's the only time I've ever used those words. I'll as a joke, I'll call my cat it or something.
If that is with your group, I cannot believe how the George stuff went down from a year ago. And I can't believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man.
So, Tubbo, if you, just to say, the way he says it, this is a recreation. He goes, let's talk about, he goes, with your group, right? Because he says, my friends have good hearts, and he goes, with your group. And then he pauses, and then he says, the internet's response to the George situation, or whatever you just read. It's
not the internet's response, your response, man.
I'm sorry?
In the quote, it's not the internet's response, it's your response.
Read it again.
With your group, I can't believe how the George stuff went down from a year ago. I can't believe the response.
But Tubbo, watch. Okay, you're reading the transcript, but in the actual video, he pauses. He has a long pause. He says,
with your group, I cannot believe how the George stuff from a year ago went down. I cannot believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man.